Somewhat of a violent afternoon here in the capital city after two shootings occur within minutes of each other. WJTV 12's Marcus James was at one of those scenes on Shalimar Drive.
That shooting happened just after 12:30, and police were sent here after reports of hearing that someone was injured. We're told a 49-year-old man is listed in critical condition after several shots were fired. Police also tell us that several vehicles were damaged as a result of the shootings. No other injuries were reported, and authorities tell us that they're still working this case to find out what led to this shooting. Now, this is a developing story, so we will keep you updated on air as well as on the web at WJTV.com. For now, Marcus James in Jackson, WJTV 12.
Marcus James is live with details. Marcus.
Yeah, man, it's a big day for a lot of people here in the state of Mississippi and really for the United States. This is a monumental day, and as you see earlier, a lot of people were gathered outside here of the state capitol to voice their opinions. Now, Troy Kimball will face incumbent Mayor George Flaggs Jr. and Daryl Hollingsworth, and they both are running as independents in June's general election. Of course, you can follow our website at WJTV.com for the latest on elections, and of course, you can always watch us right here on WJTV 12.
Today's celebration also means that many people are hitting the water.
Yes, they definitely are swimming and getting on the boats. WJTV 12's digital reporter Marcus James met with the lieutenant there to talk about the ways we can all make sure we're staying safe.
Safety is always a must, but on holidays like this, there's one thing that they always put emphasis on, and that's caution. A day of fun can easily turn into a day of tragedy if you're not careful. And I talked to a representative from the Reservoir Police, and he says that it's always better to be safe than sorry. With that in mind, there are a few things that you need to know before getting on the water.
A dangerous game on social media has gone viral, and it is sounding an alarm for parents. It's called the Momo Challenge. WJTV 12's Marcus James has the latest on the trend that's pushing kids to commit suicide. Marcus.
Well, Melanie, many encounter this disturbing video as a pop-up or even suggested video on YouTube. It alarms parents because it gives children directions for committing suicide or causing destructions to their homes by turning on household appliances that could harm them. This is the first time many parents have heard of this Momo video, and it worries many about the content being exposed to their children.
Well, the coronavirus has forced many daycares to shut their doors. 12 News' Marcus James talked to one daycare owner in Vicksburg who's been affected.
Sunday, during a news conference with Mayor Flaggs, he urged all daycares, just like the Little People's Learning Center right here in the city of Vicksburg, to have their doors closed by 12 p.m. on Monday.
It's a very inconvenient because there's some jobs that don't stop, you know. You got some people working at Tyson's, you got some people working at Unified Brands.
Not only has the COVID-19 inconvenienced parents, but it's also causing financial strains on employees at daycares during this time.
Yeah, we've had to send home workers. They've had off days. We've made days up where they can come in, clean and sterilize the rooms.
The owner of Little People's Learning Center says it saddens her to know that this is reality for her staff.
They depend on you. They depend on coming to work, being able to provide for their families, pay their bills, doctor, medicine. They depend on.
Now, at the end of the day, Clay hopes this passes over soon so that things can go back to normal.
We're just waiting to hear from our local officials, state licensure. We're just waiting on any type of word that we can open up and be safe and be okay to at least work our way back up to our capacity license.
After speaking with the owner, she says that by April the 6th, they're waiting to hear a response back from the mayor to see what their next step is. Right now, they are currently finishing up those repairs and patching up the roads. But earlier, people were forced out of their home because of that gas line. Now,
Vicksburg reopened its government today after city leaders closed it due to the coronavirus pandemic. 12 News' Marcus James talked to Mayor George Flaggs about how they are reopening parts of the city.
Today, Mayor Flaggs and city officials are now maximizing the city services after being shut down for 3 weeks due to the coronavirus.
Technology to build future leaders. A robotics competition at Ridgeland High School does it every year. Marcus James joins us here in the studio with how, Marcus?
Yeah, James. Although the students spent the day competing, the instructors tell us what they're trying to teach them is more than what we see. All of the robots that you see here were handmade by these students. It's all a part of the Turning Point Titan robotics competition.
This is an opportunity for the smart kids, the average kids, any kids who love mechanical, robotics, programming, coding, to get their hands on work and do it.
The instructor says that this is one of the fastest growing programs in the state and also one of the most awarded.
Our kids take great pride in their academics, their robotics, and everything they do, and it kind of gives them something to focus on and look forward to every year.
And the students say they don't want to miss it. Take Keelan Horn, for example. He got introduced to the program, and now he says it's changed his life.
It's like made me grow as a person. Like I really didn't talk as much as I do now, and like I just became more of a social person. It's basically like helped me become a leader.
I build leaders. I don't build robots. I build leaders, and I like to see the leadership that these kids show to judges, to interviewing people. They take pride in like mentoring teams and helping teams that really need just a little push here and there.
Now, Jade, the teams range from middle school age all the way to high school. Some even came as far as DeSoto County. Good evening and thank you for joining us for Vicksburg Daily News Evening Brief. I'm Marcus James. More Christmas events are coming to town starting tomorrow. Erdic's 5th annual Under the Lights holiday display. The event will be open to the public from 5:30 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. on December 16th, 17th, and 18th. Visitors enter through Gate 3 just south of the main gate at 3909 Halls Ferry Road.